Well, hello everyone. This is Ridge Route from Over the Hills, bringing you another gear review, well, more like a how-to video. Today I'm going to talk about making dinners on trail. So beginning with the PCT in 2018, I decided to have a go at creating my own dehydrated meals, because we found that the commercial dehydrated meals, or freeze-dried meals, or whatever they are, were just not satisfying, and they're kind of expensive. But mainly, they weren't satisfying enough for two hungry hikers. And that was true even of just an overnight backpack, never mind doing a through hike. When you're through hiking, you get really hungry, starting about week 3, we've found. And so I wanted to create dinners that had a lot more caloric content. And actually we did have an epiphany of sorts when we reached Muir Trail Ranch on the PCT, and somebody had left a packet of Karen's mixed vegetables, which you can buy from Amazon. And we found that if we added those to the commercial freeze-dried dinners, then that really bulked the dinner up a lot, and it was a lot more satisfying. But so we sometimes do that now. We'll buy the commercial dehydrated dinners, freeze-dried dinners, and add Karen's mixed vegetables, and that makes a good dinner. But you can create exactly what you like to eat if you make it yourself. And so I bought a Presto, a fairly inexpensive dehydrator, with supplemented it with extra trays. So I have 10 trays, and I created a bunch of meals. A lot of them are curries, actually, Indian curries or Korean bibimbap and Thai curries. And I made 90 some meals for the PCT 2018, and we never got tired of any of them. They were all very satisfying, and yeah, we enjoyed them. And so since I wasn't cooking on trail, I bought this Jetboil stove, a MiniMo 1 litre container. And that actually really is twice as efficient as my regular open gas stove, because I'm a scientist, so I checked it, and yeah, it's true, it's twice as efficient. And I'm powering it with butane gas. I recycled one of these isobutane, propane, butane mixes, the canister for it, and filled it with butane that I bought from an Asian store that costs about $1.30 for half a pound, as opposed to about $5 for half a pound of the isobutane gas. And so all we have to do is heat the water, bring it to a rolling boil, and then add that to the pouch of dehydrated food. I'll show you that in a minute. And actually this meal will be a test, because it's the very last meal left over from the PCT. I made something just over 90 meals, and I think we used all but 3. We used the other 2 already and survived. So this meal will be over a year old. It's bibimbap made with bison. And basically bibimbap's just rice with beef. I used bison. And a bunch of vegetables with egg, and I bought egg powder from Amazon. And the gochujang sauce I mixed with shredded grated carrot and fried it, and then just dehydrated everything. And it's great, tastes great. It's very welcome on the trail. Everything tastes better on the trail. So we'll bring this water to a boil, and I'll show you what we do next. So here's the bibimbap with wild rice. Net weight is 12.2 ounces, and it's just a big old mix. Now, these bags are interesting. These are from packfreshusa.com, and there's also an oxygen absorber in here. So I heat seal the top of the bag after putting the oxygen absorber in and squeezing most of the air out, and then the oxygen absorber takes some more of the air out and creates a partial vacuum. Now that vacuum may have diminished, but oxygen is only about 20% of air anyway, so you'd expect the volume of air to drop by only 20%. But these bags are great. They don't have any sharp corners in the bottom, and they stand up, so they're easy to deal with. So here are all the components. We got nori seaweed that goes on the top at the end. We got toasted sesame seeds, they go on the top at the end. And we got oil from toasted sesame seeds, and the pot's boiling over. I've got to turn that off. And the oxygen absorber pouch, which we don't use, of course. So next step is add the toasted sesame seed oil and the water, and then seal this bag, and then put that in a Ziploc bag for extra protection. Put that inside my down jacket, inside my backpack, and leave it for 20 to 30 minutes. Hot soaking. None of this cold soaking for us. And while we're waiting for the bibimbap to hot soak, we're having a cup of miso soup.
Yeah.
Actually, our favourite miso soup now is, I don't know if you can see it, Chef Morimoto. Yeah, we found this in a Korean store in San Diego, Zion Market. It's good. Better than Kikoman. Kikoman? Yeah, it's Kikoman. Yeah, this is good.
Ooh.
And it's cold here. We're about almost 6,000 feet. This is the highest we've camped on this trip. And yeah, it's kind of cold. So it's especially good to have hot food, huh?
Warm up.
We don't want any of that cold food. That's for the birds. No.
No cold soaking.
So, cheers.
Bon appetit.
And that hits the spot.
Oh yeah.
So here's the bibimbap prepared with the toasted sesame seeds and the nori. Shorty's got her nori separately. She doesn't like it in with the rest of the bibimbap. There is a commercial bibimbap available, but it's not as good as this, and it's certainly not as filling. It took about 1.2 litres of water to rehydrate and reconstitute all this. That's 2 really healthy servings. So we don't like to go to bed hungry, and we don't like to go to bed after eating cold food. So although there's something to be said for cold soaking, it saves a lot of weight, but I think it takes some of the fun out of the evenings. And with that said, we've got to eat this before it gets cold.
That's the British way.
Bibimbap.
My favorite.
Maybe it's Young and Jin's too. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, it's good.
Really good.
It's made with wild rice.
And lots of love.
So one of the things I do is dehydrate the starch separately from everything else and mix it up. So I made Gaba brown rice, brown basmati rice, wild rice, cooked them all in a rice cooker, and then dehydrated them. And then I mix it up with the different meals. So some bibimbaps were made with the Gaba brown rice and some with wild rice. Well, as cold as it is and as high as we are, we're about 6,000 feet and it's maybe 40 degrees. There's still no problem powering this stove off butane gas, as you can see. I mean, it's getting a bit more feeble than the isobutane would be, but it's fine. So that's it. Next time you make something like a spaghetti sauce, just make a lot more of it, which is what I did last night. And then dehydrate the leftovers, and you can take them and enjoy spaghetti homemade on your next backpack. So, good luck with that, and let me know how it works out for you. Thanks for watching.